Columbia corner. And then for the Bucknell Bison, it'll be Bauer out of Williamsport, Pennsylvania, as he gets set with Kai Owen against Braden Bauer, whose twin Riley wrestles at 149, and we potentially could see him next in the next weight class as we get set for as Bauer and Owen. Bauer 12-5 on the season. Last wrestled at Drexel last weekend, so his first appearance in about a week.
And both unranked wrestlers, but you know, Kai obviously ranked in the EIWAs, and has made a couple appearances in the NCAA coaches poll throughout the season. Has had a couple really big ranked wins, and we'll see what he has to display for us tonight.
Yeah, Owen racked up Columbia's first win against Cornell over Mark Botello at 141 on Friday, and somebody that Coach Tonelli has been really impressed with, saying that he's really developed and he believes that he can be an All-American. He's gifted on top, as Coach Tonelli said earlier this week, and somebody who can really score points in just about every which way. So a very skilled wrestler and somebody who's been really developed from that freshman class.
Yeah, Kai is one of those guys who I think has just had a very large wealth of wrestling IQ and knowledge around him in terms of coaches, in terms of experience. So you see him in funky positions that I think to the untrained eye look a little weird, but in reality he understands where he's at. He has good mat awareness. He can score. Earlier this season we saw him get a pin with literally just one toe in on the circle and pinned this guy on the corner with a cradle. You know, things like that where he's lanky, he's able to kind of secure positions that you wouldn't normally see other guys go for, but he takes it with stride and confidence, and so he's able to score points from really difficult positions.
Yeah, he really is. As Bauer, Owen still locked up. Owen, Bauer diving for that left leg. He's got him in the pogo, trying to sweep that right leg of Owen. Near the top of the mat, still in bounds. Now Kai brings it back, or Owen is brought back in by Bauer.
Kai looks like he's pushing on that elbow, and Bauer bringing him back to the center before he looks to finish again. We've had a couple finish attempts, and he looks to sweep that leg again.
That second attempt wasn't successful. Kai still pogoing on that right leg, balancing really well, and Bauer just waiting patiently.
Taking his time here before he looks to finish, and he's logging it back up, and now they're head-to-head, and this is really what Kai wants. He wants to make a little space.
It's that third leg attempt shot, no good. Trying to sweep the leg.
As long as Kai is able to keep Bauer off of him and keep that space, then he's able to kind of elongate this position. With 10 seconds to go, it's going to be a close one. Bauer needs to get free of Kai's hand in order to look to chop.
Yeah, he does, and Bauer finally gets the three-point takedown at the conclusion of the period, and challenge brick thrown by the Columbia coaching staff, and Coach Tonelli and his coaching staff want to review this. It was almost similar to the bout in the first half as well, and with the late takedown, or late escape rather, with this time went down, and trying to see if the clock ran out a lot. But Columbia challenging the call for Kai, who was really wrestling aggressively and able to keep his balance. And he was in that uncomfortable position, as you mentioned, Maya, and he really almost seems like that's where he wants the bout to go, and that's going to be a factor as the period progresses.
And the question really is, when did he gain control of that takedown? And when was it actually a takedown? And they're looking at the clock right now. It's going to be a close call for sure, because Kai had really good defense this entire time, and so to see him go down like that is, you know, maybe he saw that the clock had hit zero, and so he took his foot off the gas, and Bauer did not.
That's definitely some area that they're going to be looking at too, because if the legs were flailing in the air when he was around for the takedown, it would be very close, and they're trying to looking like exactly where those body parts landed to get on top for Bauer for the takedown. And he's somebody who kind of is in those uncomfortable situations a little bit too, when he was previously against Drexel when he last wrestled. But you can see from Kai Owen that he's experienced in those positions. He's definitely, as you mentioned, the breadth of knowledge that he has, and he's somebody who could also qualify for the NCAAs, and really somebody that can pushed the pace at 141 and has been consistent for Columbia in that role, that starter role.
Yeah, Kai did a really good job. I mean, he basically fended off a single for about, a whole minute. And Bauer, no scrub here, so he was doing a good job of trying to find his finishes when it came to wrestling this match out. And it looks like he was able to finally get his takedown, but we'll see if he did it in time.
And that's going to be, it was close within like those final 5 seconds, that final frame. That was really where they would be looking at for the takedown. And it looks like that referees Rice and Morelli have regained as well. So that is a 3-point takedown. That's the call to start the second 3-0 lead for Bauer, and that's an area for him with Kai now on top. What's the mentality for Kai on top? How does he want to swing the match his way now?
I mean, Kai's a really strong wrestler on top, so I'm assuming he's going to look to go get back points, get to his bread and butter, and break down Bauer. And, Kai's a lanky guy, but he's able to ride really hard because of that. And he immediately sticks a leg in and is looking to bring him back to the mat, and he does. He's trying to lock up that leg in order to find a leg ride, but it looks like Bauer has come out, used that against him, and now is looking to get a reversal. Never really lost control of this. It's just switched, and they're going to give him a 1-point escape, and they're back on their feet.
Yeah, so they'll reset a neutral with 1:34 in the second. Owen on the left, Bauer on the right. Columbia leads 17-7 in the overall dual score. The only loss, or a couple of pair of losses in favor of Bucknell were with 285 heavyweight and 133, as Owen trying to get some points and get back into this duel. 4-0 lead for Bauer, and Owen wrestling up top now, trying to swivel around. Nice throw from Owen, and now gets around. He gets a 3-point takedown. He's looking for back. Kai Owen with a really sharp angle.
And they've not given him any back points for that. But he had a great throw by into a scramble. And as Bauer came and looked to kind of like basically turn and face, he catches him on that roll and brings him down to the mat. Again, using his length to his advantage. As if we get a replay on that, you can see that he snaked his leg in between. So when he landed, he was able to create that angle and catch his opponent's arm to bring him back to his back. Now it's looking for a hard ride. And the Columbia bench is asking for him to open up and let go of that arm. Bauer can't hold on like that, otherwise it's a stall call.
Columbia wants the stall call from Bauer. Officials haven't given it yet. 15 seconds in the second.
And now they're going to hit Bauer with a stall call, and he has to let go of that hand if he wants to get out of getting another stall call. A stall in 1 would be the next call. And Kai with... So right here, you can see Kai, right, looks to snap.
As we get set for the third period, 4-3, Bauer lead.
Snap shot into an underhook, and he looks for that throw by. And as he comes for that throw by, look at his leg. He's able to snake it back through, and he looks for that Turk, and then he grabs that arm. And that's what allows him to gain a little bit more control when he's in the air in that kind of like cartwheel position.
And now Owen on the bottom, Bauer trying to throw him down, and Owen again upside down. And in those weird uncomfortable positions, he almost switched that into a reversal.
Almost. Yeah, Kai's one of those guys, again, like he's a little funky, but he has great mat awareness. This is what I'm talking about. Like, he's just been in these positions so much that he understands how to move himself and kind of grab what he needs to grab and let go of what he needs to let go in order to find himself on top on these positions. And they're going to hit
Bauer with the stalling. Bucknell not happy about that. Very frustrated on their corner about that call. And
stall in 1.
So that knots it up at 4 apiece. Running time a non-factor just at 55 seconds, but it is in favor of Kai Owen.
And now they're going to cut him loose and give him another point. And riding time is at 55 seconds, so not a factor yet.
Kai locked up, 1:15 to go. Looking to solidify the win. Now diving around for the legs. 3-point takedown, Kai Owen.
And a beautiful knee pick by Kai. Again, they've seen it before, right? Kai likes that throw by, so he'll go to throw by, and instead of when he circles out, when Bauer circles out, instead of looking for that same side leg, he goes to the opposite side leg and uses that for a knee pick and drives it through. So great takedown. About to see what Kai can do on top again. He's getting another opportunity, maybe right the wrong that happened last time here.
And specifically get that over a minute. A caution against Bucknell. The Bison corner not happy about that, as Kai Owen patiently waits on top. Minute 4 to go in this final period. Leads by 4 over Braden Bauer. Owen trying to throw Bauer around, scrambles him around. Running time over a minute 10.
And Kai gets a boot in again. And last time we were in this position, Bauer was able to kind of use that to sit out and regain control, but now Kai seems to have gotten his hips in, and it's looking like he's looking for a ride time here. And now riding time is a factor. We're over the minute mark.
And they stop for a locked up, so we'll reset again. Kai Owen on top again. Bauer on the bottom. 33 seconds to go. Here at 141. Columbia leads the overall score 17-7. Only suffering losses at heavyweight and previously at 133. And Kai Owen, Braden Bauer, who hasn't wrestled since the last weekend in January at Drexel. Owen wrapped up around Bauer. Now Bauer in the pogo, ripping that right arm, sweeps the leg, gets around. And that should be all she wrote for Owen, controlling the duel so far and stalling against Owen. But that doesn't non-factor really in Owen controlling this bout. Really that when he got that first takedown and those escape points, that's when the match shifted his way, and it was really close bout. The score really doesn't really reflect how close it was in the beginning.
Yeah, and I think it was a learning experience from both of these guys, especially Kai. It seems like he kind of gained his rhythm and his pace as the match went on. He understood how to ride out Bauer better. He understood how to take him down better, found his angles off of that throw by. Overall, a really good showing by Kai Owen. Almost getting a pin at some point. Great scramble positions for both of these guys, but Kai coming out on top.
After 7 bouts, Columbia leading Bucknell